What up? What up? What up?
What up? What up? What up?
We are back.
And we're back.
Shake this rust off. Shake the dust off. Man. So, feel like an old man trying to get back into the swing of things. You know what I'm talking about?
No. Time flew by. Time flew by for us. But for our viewers, apparently we took too long.
We took way too long.
But when you think about it, look, we did a show in May.
We did a show in May. Yes.
We did some throughout the summer. We're like a university. We are off like everybody else is off, right?
It's absolute fact.
We have things to do.
Exactly.
Accelerated courses.
You know, professional development days.
Yes. I like that. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
That's it.
Listen, my gosh. I guess we should introduce ourselves, I guess.
I guess we should. Okay.
Welcome, one and all. To Dating University.
Yes.
I am your co-host, Professor Charles, along with my... Got it right. Oh, she's over there. Along with my wonderful co-host,
Professor Brittany.
And joining us tonight.
Yes.
Her second appearance on Dating University.
Yes.
The illustrious.
Yes.
The magnanimous.
Yes.
Huh?
They are so cute.
The incomparable.
Oh. Yes.
Professor DeeDee.
Yes. She is the first lady of Dating University.
Absolutely.
We forgot that part, Charles. She's the first lady.
Oh, yes. That she is. And welcome to Dating University, where we discuss the good,
the bad,
and the ugly
of all things dating and relationships.
Absolutely. All right, I'm gonna stop talking now because Professor Brittany is hosting tonight.
Today is a special day. Today is a day that I think we all have been waiting for since we first heard about DeeDee.
Yes.
When we started Dating University, we both were single. I was single. Professor Charles was single. Then I met Derry. Then we got engaged. Then we got married. Then we did a show. So it's only fitting that we give the spotlight to Professor Charles and Professor DeeDee to tell us their love story. Charles, when you got into a relationship, it was like fireworks at Dating University. We were all so excited for you because, you know, you and I had some dark days on the dating scene. You and I both had some dark days. So when we finally walk into the light with our spouses, I love the fact that we got so much support from our viewers, from our students. So tonight we want to celebrate you both and just get to know y'all. This is real chill, real informal. We just want to say, you know, we're excited for you both.
Thank you.
But we're going to get to know you both a little deeper. Are y'all ready like I am? Okay.
Yes, we are ready.
So, I mean, first question, real chill, real simple. How did y'all meet?
She was stalking me, you know what I'm saying? She was all, you know what I'm saying? She was all on the board. Okay. All right. I guess I gotta tell the truth. My bad.
I'm gonna need you to tell them how you.
I'm gonna tell
the show, and you slid in my DM.
I did.
Asking me to help to critique the show.
I did.
It turned into conversation.
It did.
But then how you were following my page before you even started asking me questions. So tell the truth, please.
Oh, this is gonna be good, y'all. So there was some DM sliding.
It was some DM sliding.
Okay.
There were. Okay, so let's start from the jump.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so we had on a couple of our mutual friends on the show. Your favorite co-host, Anthony. look at Brittany's face. And we also had Reverend Burrow Whipple on.
Yeah.
And because they were both friends of DeeDee. DeeDee tuned
Yes,
in.
Damon sliding in the DMs.
Yes, I did. I ain't ashamed of it. I did it.
I love it. Speak your truth.
With the rice and the beans, huh? Yeah. So DeeDee started participating in the show a little bit more, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. We got a new fan. I'm happy about that. So we were doing we were in a bit of a, I don't want to say we were in a lull with the show, but we were trying to get fresher, trying to get new fresh eyes.
I remember.
To get the pulse of the people.
Yeah.
So we picked some not random, but people who were familiar with the show, people who weren't so familiar with the show, right. And then I kind of like just threw them all in the group, just be like, all right, critique. Really didn't hear any information from anybody, no updates or whatever. So I hit DeeDee up, and I was just like, hey, what's going on? What do you see? What do you hear? She was very honest. She was very direct, and I appreciated it for it. And then she continued to be, watching the show, and somehow one show she was on and we was talking about something, and then she made a comment.
Let's be very clear, it was about hoodies. It was the hoodie show. And talking about no woman should wear the hoodie. And I said, listen, brother, if you see your lady walking around your house in your hoodie with nothing else on, what is the problem?
Ooh.
General statement.
Yeah.
But Professor Charles decided to reach out, touch somebody.
I was like, hey, DeeDee.
You gave the eyebrows?
I'm giving the eyebrow, baby, from the distance. And just shoot.
So you slid in the DM after that show.
Slid back into the DM and just general conversation.
Yeah.
And then it turned into morning conversations. It turned into midday conversations. It turned into evening check-ins. And we had a lot of things in common. We were both in similar seasons. And so it kind of became a friendship quickly overnight. And then it got to a point where I was like, listen, I don't really do DMs too much. So I gave him my phone number. He still was DMing me, Brittany.
Gosh.
Charles.
No.
So I had to remind him again.
Wrong.
Yes, I had to remind him again, hey, you have my phone number, use it. So then we got the text in, and I was like, listen, let's meet up.
No. Wrong. Oh, no, wrong.
Really?
Wrong on two things.
Tell your story then. Since I'm wrong.
First off, yes, she did give me her number.
Sure.
Where I was working, the cell signal was trash. So I really couldn't get, text messages. But for some reason, the DMs can go through. I had to position my phone in a little weird way to get the signal to pop through the window, and you know what I'm saying, and ping on the phone. But that was that. I asked you. I blatantly asked you out on your page.
Oh, so you were bold.
I was super bold.
But that was for my birthday.
No, exactly.
Right. But we
exactly.
went out prior to my birthday.
We went out prior to my birthday because she tried to call my bluff, y'all. She tried to call my bluff. She made a post in November.
Let me lean in for this.
It was October, early mid-October or something like that. It's something about her birthday was coming up, 30 some odd days until her birthday or whatever. I'm like, cool, what we doing?
Yes. I remember that. I remember that.
Page, huh?
I remember that. Because I'm like, that's a little bold, Charles.
Yeah, it was. Because that was after me doing my research, watching her for the summer, you know what I'm saying? So
okay.
To make sure
the entire summer.
You know what I'm saying? I had to make sure I wasn't stepping on nobody's toes, because here at Dayton University, we don't step on nobody's toes.
We don't step on the toesies.
You know what I'm saying?
So you reached out.
Like my brother said, we're gonna apply that pressure.
Yes. So you asked her out.
So I asked her out on her page. She DM'd me like immediately, talking about, oh, well, what do you want to do? I was just like, all I need to know is, do you have any food allergies?
Ooh.
And she said, none. And I was like, cool, I got it from there. Now, we were supposed to go out on her birthday.
Right.
A whole month and some change later. During our conversation, she said, all right, let's just go ahead and go meet and let's hang out. Let's go. I was like, oh, all right.
Go out when?
She tried to call my bluff. Like I was like I wasn't going to slide through, like I wasn't going to show up or nothing.
Like go out the same day, go out next week, go out.
I think it was in that same week.
Nice.
My boyish side was kicking in, so I had to test them a little bit and see what was going to happen.
Yes.
So we what I loved about what he did was he made sure we went somewhere that I was close to home. So if it did not work out,
really,
it was very uncomfortable, I could get home quickly.
Oh, that's genius.
So we got to Collins and
got the chat.
Ooh,
that's
a great
choice. We literally
choice.
sat in Collins and talked for almost 3 hours.
Yeah.
Like I hurried up and ordered a salad, and he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Listen, I'm enjoying the conversation." So that's the conversation on. And
beautiful.
It was like from then on, it sparked something totally different that neither one of us was expecting.
Was not expecting.
So that's interesting. So you guys met up at Collins. I really need to know because physical attraction is big with people. Like when you ask people across the board what matters in your partner, and people say, I have to be attracted. So, I mean, you have pictures on Facebook. Of course, we always post our best selfies. We always post our best pictures, and we approve the ones that our friends post that make us look good. Right. So you see each other in person for the first time. What is going through both of your heads? This is for both of you. What went through your head when you saw each other?
I thought that she was very, very attractive. I for a hot second, I was like, Lord, why the heck she gotta be taller than me? And then I looked down at her feet and she had on these big old, you know what I'm saying, wedgie, you know what I'm saying, boots. I was just like, who you yelling at, yo? Who you yelling at?
So were you eye level or were you like kind of looking up?
All right, so y'all see where my eye is right here, right? Okay, her eye was like maybe like right there.
Oh,
and I was just like, okay, all right, we're gonna rock out with this. Okay, cool. But then I had to look at her shoes. I was like, oh, she's short. I got this. We good. We good.
Oh my God.
Cause y'all know I'm a hobbit. You know what I mean? This is what it is. But she was beautiful. Yeah. She had this smile. It was like immediate. Like as soon as I saw her walking across, the parking lot, and we met like right at the door, and I was just like, oh, look at her, she's pretty.
Oh.
When I first saw Charles, I was like, oh, that's just Charles, because in my mind, I'm still processing everything. But then I had this thing for big men, so I was just like,
me too, girl. High five on that, honey.
Everything else went out the window, honey, because I was just like, this is, all right, we're gonna see where this goes. But I used to always be like, it's just Charles. It's just Charles.
I was just Charles for how long? Like a long time,
So you both had a really good date at Collins. The conversation was going, which is connection, chemistry.
The connection was
of those things.
It was beautiful. Like I felt like I've known her like my whole life. You know what I'm saying? And then we really got to speaking about, people that we knew, places that we've been. I was like, wait, you were there? Like, wait, I was there too at the same time.
Wow.
Like,
okay.
Never, and it's just wild. which is wow.
Yeah. So
I know the waiter was like, "Yo, niggas ain't gone yet."
Whoa. So from the first date until when you guys became official, like how much time was in between that period from the first date until when you guys became official? And how did you guys become official?
So that was November, and we became official in
February.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was February. I remember that night faithfully.
How did it happen?
Lord have mercy.
We went through, we went through a season where we had to figure some stuff out. We had to set some boundaries, and we had to walk away from each other because we still was stuck on some old habits, some old traumas that kind of like blinded us from what we knew we deserved. So when we went our separate ways and we were trying to work our way back, we had to have a hard conversation. We had to have a hard conversation about us. We had to have a hard conversation about healing. We had to have a hard conversation about not bringing old relationships into something different.
Ooh, wow.
So, and he had to be a man in the moment and look me in my face and tell me, let me love you. I'm not here to hurt you. So we had the conversation and I was like, okay, cool. Enjoyed it. Not much was said, but while we were driving, I was listening and just hearing everything he said in my mind. So then I said to him, I said, listen, well, what are we doing? Because we have not had a real hard conversation about what we're doing. And if we're just dating, then I need to know because I can just keep flowing through this thing easily. But I need something concrete.
Ooh. Baby,
so when I told him that,
I pulled the car over. I was like, hey, no, we ain't doing this.
Woo.
We ain't doing this.
Wow.
And I had to, because you know how most times people, when they're dating and they get into relationships, there's not a real conversation that happens. It's just like, oh, we kind of, we go together.
It just happens.
My girlfriend.
Yeah.
DeeDee required the words.
Yes. Yes.
At that point, I didn't know that's what she required, but I was like, okay, all right, she needs the words. I pulled the car over. I don't even know where we were. We was in front of your house. Oh, that ain't for real? Okay, all right. I thought it was before that. Okay, all right. So I had to literally call her by her full government name and ask her to be my girlfriend. And that was when we became official. Funny story. The world didn't know that we were official until something like that, March, April, or something like that, when we posted that picture together. And my caption was just, yep. And the world,
my gosh. Can I say,
you remember that?
We both broke the internet that day.
The internet
internet was broken. Yeah. My Facebook went extra slow for some reason. And then everything was explained when I saw your picture. I said, okay, this makes sense now. Mm-hmm. That was a really interesting show that we had to do once you posted that picture, right?
Yeah. There was some hurt feelings from her side and from my side. There was some hurt feelings, boy. Niggas was salty.
What made y'all wait? What made y'all wait to go public first after so many months?
I think even after having the conversation, we still had some things we had to work through.
Yeah.
And I feel like it should be worked through privately. Everything is not for the public. I know everybody thinks that we are an amazing love story, but we had to roll up our sleeves and get dirty. Each other.
Without question.
And that had to be done in a very sacred space.
Absolutely.
So once we knew that we were good and we were solid, then of course let's go for it. Let's pop up.
That's real.
I agree with that.
Because I remember coming out with DeeDee, I usually am one to post a lot. Like I do share a lot with the public, but I felt like I was sharing too much. Like I was popping up with this guy, then I had this guy, and I was just like, you know what? I'm tired of y'all playing in my face because every time I post y'all, something bad happens. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tread lightly with this one. DeeDee posted his life away, but I'm like, I'm not there yet because I'm tired of being embarrassed. And so, I definitely agree with holding things secret and working things out until you both were ready. And I think you did it on your time, and it worked.
Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah.
People's feelings were hurt, absolutely.
It's all right.
Drink milk and be great. You'll be happy.
Yeah.
So pre-engagement, could you describe your relationship, both of you? Could you describe your relationship 3 words? Give us 3 words to describe your relationship pre-engagement.
We're gonna have some of the same words because I mean honestly these words kind of kept coming up in our relationship, especially coming from me. As far as like the first one is definitely intentional. Like I wanted her to know that not only were my words true, but my actions were going to back up. You know what I'm saying? Like what it is that I'm saying to you. So when me being intentional was more so like me, like just making sure that I am being the man that I present. You know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. We all have our different facets of who we are, but at the core, I wanted her to see that that's who I was. So, you know, intentional was our first word.
Faith.
Yes.
Faith in the fact of knowing that we deserve something better. Faith in each other through the hard times. And just faith in the process overall in each stage of our relationship, from friendships to the relationship to the engagement to marriage to blending the families together. Faith in each other as husband and wife. And then for me, creativity. Because we dated during the pandemic.
Yes.
I was a caretaker at the time, balancing our careers. I think at the time my son was just coming home from the military and he was starting his master's program. So I'm juggling everything, and we had to create a space just for us. And then kind of set aside time and like, hey, y'all got to respect what we're building here. So how we dated, when we dated, communication, whether it was on the phone, via video chat, dates we had to just like hurry up and put together. So we just didn't miss any moments. So we didn't miss any links. So that's...
Yes.
Yeah.
Deborah is saying, Dee, tell these folks she manifested his husband.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
She did.
Yeah.
Like she did. She definitely did. Oh yeah, I guess I can be showing some of these comments, but I want to be in the moment.
Yeah, I really want to be in the moment because it's like it's free flowing. I'm loving this.
Yeah. The other word I would God's timing.
Yeah.
Like it was all God's timing. Like we talk about this often. Like we said before, you know, she and I have been around each other without knowing each other for years. I mean, years. Going back to our childhood. Like I've gone to her church. And
wow.
You know, it's just wow. We've been to the same parties. We know a lot of the same people. We've been to the same events, and I'm just like, God's timing. Like
God's timing.
It was so necessary.
Yeah.
Because if we would have bumped into each other prior to when we bumped into each other, this wouldn't have happened. We were both in, you know, either some hurt state or a using state. And that would have been, you know, it'd have been a flash in the pan. It'd have been like, hey, you know, damn, she was fun. He was fun. And, you know. So, yeah.
That's true. And I mean, if you look at the evolution of our shows, you can see that right before you met DeeDee, Charles, you were in a dark place.
Yeah.
You were in a dark place, and it showed.
Yeah.
It showed through our shows. Some we are not the most proud of, but I think, you know, we all had our moments. I had my moments on the show where I was just not feeling it. And it was like, is Brittany okay? And it's like, no, I'm just bitter. Like,
yeah.
Dating sucks. The people that I'm dating suck. I'm tired of being alone, and I know that I deserve, companionship. So
Absolutely.
Just seeing the evolution is a beautiful thing, Charles. From the beginning up until when you met DeeDee.
It is, man. I'm grateful for this show because this show actually helped me grow the hell up. Hey, I could have stayed in that whole. I was in the manosphere before there was a manosphere. You know what I'm saying? Like I was in that whole. Red pill world before red pill became it. But I knew that I was somebody's husband.
Yeah.
But I knew I also had to get myself together in some sort of fashion in order for me to be somebody's husband.
Yeah. Well, the difference between then with others and now with DeeDee, you held this relationship very sacred and very close to you.
Oh,
so I had no idea when you were proposing. I had no idea that you were even going to propose, and that was great. I think with this relationship, you were very intentional on making it your own and keeping it between you and DeeDee, and just holding it close to your heart. So can you speak to a time, and I'm going to learn today too, when did you decide that she was the one? And when did you decide that you were going to propose when you proposed?
I knew she was the one way before she thought I was the one. Like early. Like I really it was so many. I want to say so many, but it was a lot of different points in our relationship as we grew that just solidified what I knew. Like even the fact when we went through our hard space where, we weren't talking, we weren't dating, but I still wanted this woman. Like, and how I was. I was just like, whatever. But I was like, nah, bro. Like, but it was like, I was like, no, this the one. And the fact that I pursued her beyond when she told me that, I'm just gonna take a chill pill or whatever, I was like, no, fuck that. and not on some aggressive, but I was just like, I cannot let that good woman go back out in them streets with the trash that I see.
Yeah.
Like, so, I know that I'm better than those guys out there. So, So I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked. Oh, she made me work for it, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
I need you to talk us through that day, though, that you woke up and you said, I'm going to financially invest in this piece of jewelry that is going to make her my wife for the rest of my life. I'm so curious.
I need y'all to see that. Hold on.
Yeah.
Let me tell y'all, fellas.
Close up?
Let me tell y'all.
You want to do close up?
Yeah, make yourself bigger. Make yourself bigger.
Hold on. Let me tell y'all something.
Oof.
Listen, when making that decision, fellas, listen, my God.
Ooh. Oh, wow.
I knew. It wasn't a nervousness. It was just like, man, if she says no, or if she's not, 100% in, man, it's that Schrodinger's cat thing. It's like, you don't know if you're alive or dead in this moment. And when I'm telling you, I'm shopping and I'm looking at all these different places and I'm going to these. First of all, trying to go to a jewelry store when your woman knows your routine was wild. Okay, the mental gymnastics I had to do because she knows where I go, how I move. Oh, you ain't home yet? What are you doing? man, I'm at the stove. I had, you know what I'm saying? I had to make some moves. Yo, my guy, Charles, my guy. Man. So when I finally found the ring, when I say I showed it to everybody, I haven't even bought the ring. I did not buy the ring, but I'm just like, yo, just the one. Just the one. And everybody's like, yo, you good. Like, you're good. You're good. Like, I'm promise you, you're good. So I sat on it for like 2 weeks before I actually bought the ring. Like, I found the ring, showed everybody, but for 2 weeks, I was just like, So
you know what, Roger.
So yeah, when I finally did it, there was this. I don't want to say it was a relief, but it was just like a confirmation.
Yeah.
Like I felt so solid.
Yeah.
In the decision, and it made it even more solid when it finally showed up at the door. I could not wait to get home to get to the package. Like I left work a little early just so I made sure that thing was gonna get there where it got to. And I opened the box and I looked at it and I cried.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, yo, this is my wife. Like I'm about to put this to my wife. This is about to be my wife.
I'm glad the box is small because I'm over here misty-eyed. So don't make the box. Don't make my box big right now.
Catching it.
Don't minimize me because I'm over here like just minimize me. So Ryan, can I make you a promise? At DeeDee University, we try to have hour-long shows, and at the end of our show, we give final remarks, final thoughts, and we answer lingering questions. This question would be a good question to wrap up the show. So if you stay in class until the end, I promise you, we will get to your question.
Stay on, Cookie. We got you.
Don't go nowhere, Cookie.
I like that nickname, Cookie.
That's my guy right there.
Cookie. And so talk us through the day of when you finally asked the question.
The day of. Let's talk about the days leading up to. Oh my God. Probably some of the most stressful days I've had in my life. I knew I wanted to do it on a special day, but I also didn't want to take away from that special day. And so I kept the ring on me. And it's so wild how you see that in like movies and shows. How people like, they keep the ring on. You just never know when they, and I was like really just like looking for an opportunity, something special, some moment to just And I know DeeDee, she's not a super flashy person, so if I would have did like some big to do with like the big lighted up letters and and all of the family around, and, she would have been like, she still would have said yes, but she would have been like very, very shy, very introverted with it.
Sure.
And I was like, okay, I gotta respect that too. It's like, okay, all right, bet. So I'm sitting up here trying to figure out like when to pop this question. Your favorite co-host is here. My God, hey, what up, boy? Oh, hey, yo, you ain't gotta
come back, Pratt. Come back. It's all right.
I'm just kidding. He is one of my favorites. All jokes aside, Anthony, you're coming on the show. You are one of my favorite guests, co-hosts. One of my favorite guests, co-hosts. Hey, Anthony.
So the day up, so I told who I needed to tell about the day of, and I was just trying to figure out like how to do it, because again, Inspector Gadget over here, she knows how I move, so you can't move too much without her noticing.
We be knowing. Okay, we be knowing. We be knowing.
So she knows too much. So I mean, oh my gosh! Shout out to my daughter who was just like amazing that day. Shout out to my father-in-law that day. I mean, shout out to my son for that day, all the way in Texas, and my man was up early with us, and you know, I had to wait for a lull, and where we were like exchanging gifts and everything, and you know, she was just like, "Well, shoot, you ain't giving me that." Like, what the...
Oh, you about to get something, all right?
You gonna get something? With this, I was like, "You leaving here with something." And so yeah, so she went into the kitchen and she was making us breakfast, and I called her back into the living room, and I was right there, and I was gonna bend the knee, and I proposed to her. I had a whole proposal in my mind. It went right out the window.
Is that how it goes?
I don't remember half the shit I said.
Don't worry, that's why we're gonna ask DeeDee her side.
And I just remember, do you remember me? Like, no, I didn't. I didn't do it like that. But I was just tearing up, man. I was just crying, tears of happiness and everything. And you know, she said yes, and I ain't gonna lie, man. That was honestly one of the happiest moments of my life.
Amazing. DeeDee, you know I'm coming to you.
Yes.
Pre-engagement, was Charles acting funny, you know, leading up to the engagement? And then talk about that day.
Yes.
Talk about that day and what went through your head.
He was extra. He's already this loving man. He was extra mushy. He would just be like looking at me and just staring in my eyes. And I'm like, is everything okay? Like, is something wrong? You something like, baby, talk to me. But everything was just, he was like attentive times 10. Even down to like planning the holidays. What are we doing with the kids? And what are we doing with Pop? And well, what do you want to do? And I'm talking about gifts and figure out what I'm going to get them. And, you know, and it was just like, we had talked about getting married. So I was just like, hey, listen, anything that you're trying to save up, don't worry about me. Yeah, right. You know how we just say that. We just, don't worry about me. It's all right.
Right. Look at Charles's face. For those watching, look at Charles's face. For our podcast listeners, Charles is giving the meanest side eye and the biggest
bombastic side eye. Like,
I'm just letting y'all know.
So he got to the house and he, you know, bringing stuff in, and I'm like, all right, I see bags, but I don't see gifts. So I didn't say nothing. I was just like, okay, maybe he gonna surprise me in the morning. You know, maybe they in the trunk. I'm thinking they in the trunk. So Christmas morning, bring the gifts down, wake everybody up. My daughter's opening her gifts. My son's calling early. I'm like, he sleeps late, so for him to be up. But then something that gave me a little hint. My daddy came downstairs dressed, y'all. This man had on some loafers and corduroy pants and
no way
with the zipper. I'm thinking,
I was like, well,
Daddy, I'm only doing brunch. I don't know. You must be.
He gave it away.
And on the side, my dad does have cancer, but on his good days, he gets up and gets dressed. So I'm thinking, but this is a little different. You know, he's singing hymns and praying, and I'm like, what's going on?
Oh yeah.
So they open their gifts. Charles opened his gifts, and I'm thinking, all right. He ain't went to the car and got them. So I'm on his Christmas music and start cooking his breakfast, and maybe he going, you know, maybe this time he want to give me Pratt.
Smart woman, wise woman, y'all. When in doubt, cook for your man. Cook.
So I go cook the pancakes, bacon and whatnot, and then he
bacon.
I'm cooking bacon.
Bacon,
baby.
Okay. She's a real one,
y'all. So he calls me back, but his tone, when he calls my name, his tone is different.
Ooh.
I was just like,
ooh, told you.
How did he say it? I'm so curious.
So he was like, Adia, can you come here, baby? And I'm like, first of all, you don't call me by my full name. And it was
wait. I called you by your full name.
Yeah. And
I know I was nervous.
And the tone was everything.
I know I was nervous.
So I hear my daughter on the phone, my dad sitting. I come around, my daughter's on the phone. She holding it with my son there, and my dad's sitting back with his legs crossed. So Charles grabs me by the hand, and he proceeds to get down on one knee. So by then, I was just looking like, and he just confessed his love, and he was like, would you do me the honor of being my wife and spending the rest of my life with me? And after that, all I heard was my son screaming in the background, and my father started praying again. I'm crying at that point. So to me, that was just, in that moment, it was beautiful because a lot was going on in those past 2 weeks. A lot of frustration, a lot of heartache, a lot of drama was happening, not with us, but people around us. And it kind of just like, it was hard on him. Mm-hmm. So to have that peaceful moment with my children and my dad, it created something different.
Sure.
In that moment. And it was much needed. It was like a breath of fresh air for everybody in that moment.
Yeah.
And he was okay, and my children were over the moon because my children love Charles. It took my daughter a little bit because she's a bulldog, but my son loved Charles from day one.
Really?
Oh yeah, he had my son there, and they got this whole crazy thing. But even when we were going through our hardships, my son was like, "Ma, that's him."
Yeah.
That I don't like nobody else. You don't need nobody else. We done been there, done that. That's him. Give it some time. But I think when my daughter really took hold to him, I knew it was something special there.
Yeah.
I knew it was something special there.
Wow.
My buddies, man.
Yeah. So after getting engaged, did you guys go right into planning mode? Did you wait a little bit and then talk about the planning phase for the wedding?
It kind of was like, let's just get this done. Like, we've been dating all this time.
Yeah.
What we gonna do?
So,
we don't need nothing big, nothing grand.
Let me preface.
Let me take a sip of my drink out of my dating.
Let me preface a couple things. My wife is a very spiritual and traditional and by the order.
Yes.
Of things.
Love that about her.
When it comes to relationships and marriages and all that other good stuff.
Yeah.
I'm trying to navigate this space of, well, shit, what goes first? Do we move or do we get married? Do I get a house? Or do I get an apartment? And like, she's just chilling, but she's just like, I just need this done. How does it need to be done? I'm like, okay. Okay.
But a household type stuff.
Like, how the hell I'm gonna make all this work? Like, and I'm just like, I had to sit her down because it was stressing me the hell out.
Absolutely, for sure.
I had to stress. It was stressing me out. I was like, look, we're gonna get this place first. Then we're gonna get married soon after that. Not a year later, not 2 years later. Because when you start getting comfortable,
exactly,
you just kick the can down the road.
Yeah. Yeah.
So again, the intentional part was kicking in, and I had to let her know. I was just like, and she didn't have any like huge demands, but it was just that one demand that I wanted to make sure that I was in compliance with. You know what I'm saying? So she felt comfortable.
Yeah.
Spiritually.
Yes.
The whole shacking up situation.
Absolutely.
She was not, really for that. But I was just like, look, reality is kicking in. This has to how it has to go.
Exactly.
And, thank God she was amenable to it. And, and it worked out the way it worked out. So yeah, just, make sure we had somewhere to lay our head first was, for me, it was important because me living with my parents, and on the west side, she's living with her parent on the east side. I'm like, what, you want to go get married and we live in two different houses? Like, yeah, no, that's not gonna work. So like I said, so that order thing had to kind of take a little twist, but we made that work because God blessed us in a way for us to be able to make the move that we did, get the furniture that we needed, still pay for the wedding that was going to be great regardless, but and still have a little nest egg, after. And I was just like, again, God's timing is nothing. I mean, tell you, that's all it's been about our relationship. It's been God's timing. So yeah, that was my part, and I know a lot of men probably go through that part. Women are just like, oh yeah, and men, we like carry the 4, sell a few packs. Like, I'm about to be on a strip real quick. Like, hey, y'all got them, got that loud and something.
Oh God! Oh God! The views expressed on Dating University tonight are his own. So
fair,
not mine.
Fair.
We do not condone.
But I'm just saying, like every man who's proposed, I want to say probably went through the same thing if they weren't like super like like, oh, I got this. You know what I'm saying? Whatever, spend your money, whatever. So Anthony said, when was the we addressed that, but Anthony said, Charles, when was the moment that you decided that she was the one? Like I said, it was early. It was early. I just knew I found my person. Like, regardless, like even if it didn't work out, I knew I found my person. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just wasn't somebody I could have just just walk out of my life. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I felt like God would have been like, well, you messed up. Yeah. Like, you messed up big time. Like, I gave you the alley, and you ain't do the oop. So, good so yeah, it was early. I want to say within like the first 6 months. Yeah, I knew. Yeah, it took a long time. Cause I was just chose.
Was the wedding day chaotic? Was it a day where you felt super peaceful? What? Were you nervous?
Chaotic.
Were you anxious? Were you just over it? Like, talk about the wedding day, the actual wedding day.
I feel like the Lord was testing our patience in every way, shape, or form. The rain.
Oh my gosh.
The rain that happened that day.
We had an outside wedding.
With no plan B, C, D, G, F, C, nothing. In my mind, I had this idea, because again, I explained to the circle that the idea of the wedding, I wanted to base it around my husband. I had already been married, all that hoopla, the grandness, I really didn't. So everything about the wedding was catered to my husband, from the Black love theme to it being outdoors, because I know if it was indoors and it was 1,000 people, his social battery would die quickly and he would not enjoy himself.
Your husband.
Down to who was there, who assisted, Black-owned companies. It had to be something sacred, something special. And again, because we believe in God's time and we believe in sacredness, it had to be a sacred event. We really went through who had to be there. If you were not a part of our journey from the time we started up until now, we didn't care who you were. If you weren't speaking well wishes over us, if you weren't covering us in prayer, if you weren't honoring our space and our time and not feeling like you had to have your hand on it, we really, I wanted this to be, and we wanted this to be the best thing ever. But I really wanted Charles to have something special and get that feeling of being loved on. The process. So it was like asking him 1,000 questions of what he liked, and he'd like, I don't know. And I told him one day, I said, listen, baby, I can't plan this by myself. This wedding is really not about me. I'm just showing up being cute for you. This wedding is about you. I want you to.
Wow.
So the day of, the rain really kind of messed my heart up because he was working and you
I know.
Done, and so I was like, Lord, you gave us a promise. You said this was ours. I mean, what's happening here? And I'll never forget Essence. One of my babies, she was doing my makeup and she said, Dee, I'm gonna need you to calm down. She said, God is getting all this rain out of the way just for y'all too. Watch what I tell you. So you need to relax. I'm texting Charles. I'm texting my girlfriends. Let me see Charles' face. Is he okay? What's going on? Literally, she finished my makeup at 4. I got to the house at 3. She got to the house at 4. The sky opened up. And the rain stopped. The sun came out. And we just seen little spots of clouds that looked like God just drew them and was like, hey, girl. There you go.
Yeah. It was
hot.
It was hot. It was very hot.
The rain was gone.
But the rain was gone. Like I didn't care if I sat up there and I just sweated through my whole tuxedo. Like I don't even care. But I was just like, I just didn't want our guests to be stoked. And one thing I love about everybody that we invited, they were just like, we don't care if it rains.
Yeah.
We're here for these nuptials.
Exactly.
And that made it like so much better, but I was still like, oh my God. Like I was so worried because we had that. It was like you said, it just rained so much. And then that last rain. In the mid, I mean, I didn't even care. I'm soaking wet.
And that's the thing I don't think a lot of people understand. Usually before weddings, the bride and groom have ample amount of time to like relax, sit in their thoughts. Y'all, Charles was outside sweating, like literally to the point. I think your dad was like, "Don't you want to go inside and get dressed?"
Bro,
it was close to 5 o'clock. It's like
it was 4:45. The wedding started at 6.
It's like you're the groom, right, buddy? You're the groom.
I'm finally getting my butt in the house.
Oh my gosh!
My son came to me. He was like,
"Mom,
man." I was like, "Oh shoot!"
Like we had to, Charles.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
But it was a beautiful day. Were you guys nervous about actually getting married?
Nah. Not at all.
No nerves at all?
Mm-mm. Man, my best friend. I was good.
Wow.
Okay. All right. When I was lining up, right? When we was lining up, I looked at Roger, and Roger looked at me. And I looked at Roger, and I'm like, bam.
What's happening?
I'm ready to do this. He was just like, you got this, son. I got you.
And he was nervous too.
Nerve. Can I give a huge shout out
Roger. I love you so much, brother.
To my brother, Roger.
So sharp. He looked so sharp.
He was so sharp. My man was more nervous than I was. And I was just, I couldn't do anything but just love on this man. Like, he made it so easy. He just sat and he just waited for his name to be called. And he was an action bull, I'm trying to tell you. And I was just like, my God, bro, I couldn't ask for a better best man.
Yeah.
I could not have asked for a better best man.
Yeah.
I'm going to get to this question.
Yeah. Hey,
Asia said, how many conversations about relationship trajectory were there before you decided to propose? Several.
Yeah. We did a lot of dissecting and removing and building and to get to where we are. So we started early with conversations, even down to the stuff that we did not want to discuss, but we had no choice but to discuss. Like we would put ourselves in rooms where we would just talk because we had to figure out what we wanted. We had to figure out our boundaries. We had to figure out how we were going to be healthy. And then I think even prior to you even proposing, we had already knew that we were for each other.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we started early with those detailed conversations, and it's like, hey, where are we going to be in the next 2 years?
Yeah.
Where do you want this relationship to be in the next 5 years?
Yeah.
Where do you want this relationship to be in the next 10 years? Because we're going to change. We're going to evolve. We're going to have our down moments. We're going to have our frustrating moments. Because I know for me, I am a very strong-willed person at times. But it was those moments when I could not take care of myself due to surgery or injury that Charles showed up. And that I knew who he was as a man to me, that I can be vulnerable. I can live in my femininity now and be okay. I still have my moments, especially when I'm with my family.
It's such a good feeling though, isn't it?
It's just so those conversations have to be had throughout. And even after you're married, we still had those conversations because we still have moments when I be like, and we still have to see where we are. It could be work, it could be life. We've had conversations because we're tired of where we are as far as our careers, and that could affect the relationship. So you have to have those conversations so you can always have a pulse on your mate.
Yeah. It's definitely important, and I love that we continue.
Yes.
To do that, just a random kind of just check in, like hey, what can I take off your plate? What can I help you with? Are you okay? How's your mental? How's your heart? How's your spirit? That's how you said.
Yeah. How's your heart? How's your mental? Where's your spirit?
Yeah.
Where's your faith?
Yeah.
I ask them that just about every day. I ask my children that because you want to know where they are, so you want to know how you can speak to
that's good
person in your relationship.
That is so good.
Maybe your children, a co-worker, because everybody's different. So if my daughter's on cloud 9, then I can talk to her in a certain way. If my husband's like my faith is weak, then okay, let's figure it out. Let's pray about this thing.
Wow,
let's take this down. Let's find a scripture. Let's take a walk. Whatever you need to do to get to a space of healthy communication and owning how you're feeling.
Yeah.
So that's definitely have to come.
Yeah. Is there anything that you would change about that day? Anything?
The wedding day?
Yeah, it could be as minute as I wish I wore white nail polish instead of what? Anything.
I wish it wasn't as hot. That's the only thing. Like, I wish it wasn't as muggy. Like, it was muggy. Yeah. Like, it was a good temperature, but it was just muggy.
Yeah.
Cookie said more donuts.
More donuts.
More donuts is good. Honestly, I wouldn't change anything.
Beautiful.
Because again, every setup, every color, every detail was about Chuck. So for me, I enjoyed it, even down to getting stung by a bee.
Yo, bro.
I would sit down to eat a little bit, and that bee came from under that little linen was like. But
I was like 2 minutes into being a husband, and I'm already.
It's always a hater. The bee was a hater.
Like, this is gonna make no daggone sense, man. I was just like, oh God, I'm failing already. Like, I ain't protect my wife. Jesus.
I mean, sometimes the bees are bees. It's like
bees are bees. And that bee was being. But I stomped his ass out.
I know you did.
I tell you, for God, I stomped his ass out.
Rest in peace to the bee. Bye.
Peace to the bee.
So you guys are here. You guys are married. Y'all are glowing, smiling, happy. Describe your marriage in 3 words.
Oof. I would say the first one is transparent.
Ooh. Cheers to that.
Yeah. Vulnerable. And strong. Those are my 3 words.
Okay. I like those. DeeDee, what are yours?
Thriving.
Ooh.
Relentless. And romantic.
Yay.
For those listening, Charles has broken out into song and dance. It's like a slow whine that he's doing on camera.
He has to earn it.
You know, one thing that I have to say, Charles and I have the best spouses in the world.
Without question.
Without question. Dating University is a platform that at times can be time consuming. We have meetings before the show, after the show. Sometimes that can go fairly late. And by us being, you know, a man and a woman, there were people before Derry and before DeeDee that didn't like that. They were very intimidated and very threatened. But we have the most supportive and secure spouses in the world. Like, I knew DeeDee was the one when she showed so much support for the brand. And it was just so genuine. And it came from a place of just being so sincere. And I'm like, Charles, I really like her.
I texted you. I called you.
Yeah.
The night of our first date.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
Yeah. It was a bunch of like, yeah, oh buddy. I'm like, okay. I guess it went well.
Yeah.
But yeah, we have the most supportive spouses. So shout out to the first lady of Dating University.
Yes.
Our Professor DeeDee. Shout out to the first husband of Dating University who's watching, my amazing husband, the D Bev. You're watching, honey? Say hi if you're watching. They better be watching. He has been pestering me all summer. Y'all doing the show? Y'all doing the show? Y'all doing the show? So we're doing the show today. So he better be. Better be. But yeah, I definitely had to give a shout out and give credit where credit is due. You both are so supportive of us, and there are days where we are just yipping and yapping, talking about this idea, that idea. So once you guys got engaged, it was a mutual decision to just let y'all be. Let y'all exist in the moment of being engaged. Let y'all exist in the moment of being married. Like this, I mean, we took off time for the summer, sure, but we wanted to give time to just the Pratts to just exist and just enjoy each other without having to worry about, okay, Thursday evening, we got to do the show. No, enjoy your wife. Yeah. Enjoy your time. Are we doing the show today, Britt? No, enjoy your wife. Date your wife. That is Dating University's assignment.
Absolutely.
So I'm very excited you guys had your time and your space to just love on one another. We are back. This was probably the best way to start the show.
I think so too.
It's been such an amazing year for Dating University. We have grown in so many ways, but I think the best part of the growth was gaining our first lady.
Yes.
So excited.
Yes. Oh my goodness! Don't be like our kids.
We're gonna get this black love. So y'all, we are at the end of the list of questions. So let's go back to Ryan's question, who's getting married soon. Congratulations, Ryan.
Congratulations, Cookie and CJ.
So can you guys give him some advice for someone tying the knot soon?
Okay. From my perspective, as for being a groom, surround yourself with the people who are going to hold you up. You're going to have those moments where you're not doubting, but you are concerned and worried for the future. And that's okay. Make sure you got the people around you that will, give you guidance, that will uplift you, that will empower you, and also, and the main thing, that will hold you accountable.
Yes.
About the wedding day, because your wedding day is not going to be like my wedding day. Enjoy it.
Yeah.
It's going to go by so freaking fast. You're not going to be able to eat. So get a power bar, get something in you before.
What an eat?
bruh, I got like 2 bites, and then it was just picture time, and then we had to take pictures with every guest. I heard it was. I heard it was good, but yeah, we gotta get him to review our
whole meal,
the whole meal, donuts and all. Damn it.
So Cookie, you said from a mental aspect, spiritual aspect.
Ooh.
Okay.
So prayer.
Yes.
Conversation. Quiet time. Get wise counsel, but I'm always be honest with you about this. Get the meat, spit out the bones. Because what might work for somebody else's marriage may not work for yours. Understand your mate and your mate's needs, and your mate needs to understand your needs as well. Again, what your friends do in their marriage may not fit for your marriage. You don't want to lose your mate because you're listening to a crowd of people who don't have the same type of marriage. If your marriage is gentle, if your marriage is loving, if your marriage is kind, if your marriage is sacred, if your marriage is whole, if you built your foundation on something healthy, keep it healthy. People will always give you their tidbits, but you have to create something for you. I would say get a journal. Write down your do's and your don'ts. Write down your deal breakers. Write down your boundaries. Write down your needs and your wants. They're going to change. I'm telling you, they're going to change. What I needed from Charles as my boyfriend was not what I needed from Charles as my fiance. What I needed from Charles as my fiance is now different what I need from him as a husband. Because the intellectual side of you is going to change when you become husband and wife. Your longing for your mate is going to change when you become husband and wife. Work won't matter. Family won't matter. And even when you have babies, still make time for your mate after the babies get here. Okay?
Because FTK.
No, sir, we don't use that terminology. At least I don't. But it's important to build a safe space for your mate, for your marriage, so it can thrive. Yeah. So when hard times come, you won't be on a horn talking
to nobody else.
You'll be talking to your mate about the situation and how you're going to fix it. And then if it cannot be fixed, then seek counseling from somebody who can actually, that is licensed to, that is in a position to pastor you through. Marriage counseling works. Trust me.
Works.
We went through a very strenuous counseling because we got married in 6 months. From the engagement, 6 months we were married. We went through a very strenuous counseling that pulled out some ugly stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Only to make us better for what we want.
Absolutely.
So I love you.
I can't follow that.
I left the screen because I had to go do a shout because that DeeDee was preaching.
And yes, Anthony, don't lose yourself. Still be 100% yourself. You still have to evolve.
For sure.
You're supposed to evolve with your mate.
For sure.
And then you're supposed to evolve as your own personal entity.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, when you made a covenant, you become one in your covenant.
Yes.
So you don't want to lose sight of that.
That oneness is so real.
It is very real.
Like it was. I swear to God, it was like immediately after Pastor Mo said that we were husband and wife. You know, after it was layers. I mean, there ain't no way that you and I ain't put together. So I'm trying to tell you, she went through everything.
Yeah.
It was immediate.
Yeah.
Like, she is I am her. We are one.
Yeah.
And it's been that way. And I will never forsake that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, she is an individual. Yes, I am an individual.
Yep.
But in the grand scheme of things, even to the granular things.
Yeah.
We won.
Yep.
You know, like even when doing the hard times, them fussing outs in the bedroom or wherever, they stay right there.
They stay right there.
Don't go out in these streets fussing and cussing and disrespecting your spouse for the whole world to see.
Never.
No.
I mean, it's a wonderful thing to talk about my best friend to my best friend.
You're right. That part.
What tell you what your dumb ass husband is?
It's a level of accountability and challenging and awareness that makes it worth it.
Yes. Yeah.
It makes it worth it.
Child ain't nothing out here but piss and disappointment, yo. Like, yo, maintain.
And I'm not gonna say that. There is somebody out there, but it's working through the stuff. It's swimming through the stuff to get there. It's swimming to the other side to get there. I'm not gonna say it's nothing, but there is somebody.
Yeah. And that oneness is real because I'm in this season now. Y'all know I'm a very busy person. I'm a daughter. I'm a friend. I'm a soror. I hold an office. I'm on this committee. I'm on that committee. And I found myself, even though we're still newlyweds, I found myself not dedicating as much time as I needed to my husband. So once we started taking the break after you guys got married, I became very intentional on saying, no, I want to be with my husband. And if my husband can't come along, neither can I. Yeah. So I took that oneness very seriously. Can my husband come? Oh, he can? Well, then neither can I. And if you don't like my husband, then you don't like me, and vice versa. If y'all don't like me, but y'all want to talk to my husband, that's not going to work either. And so I'm very big on respecting him, and he's big on respecting me.
Yeah.
Package deal, y'all.
That's it. That's it.
So when you invite Dating University to an event, a speaking engagement,
you're getting all four of us.
+1.
You're getting all four. It better be 2 plus 1s.
Yeah.
Period.
Yes. 1 + 1 = 4 in this equation when you invite us.
Married life. Brian, we love you, baby. Married
yes.
life.
Big up to Brian. That shirt is gorgeous. Show it again, DeeDee. And she's wearing that shirt, y'all.
Yes,
Married life. Support the brand. Oh, make her bigger. Put the spot like there you go.
Here we go. Brian, we love you.
Brian, you have to come on the show.
Very soon.
Launch of your podcast.
Yes. Shout out to Foodie Bay. Y'all know it.
Yes.
My girl Rhea.
Dope flyer.
Love her to death, man. Love her to death.
Did you all see that flyer?
Baby,
that flyer was dope.
We had an initial flyer, but then we replaced it with a fire flyer. That flyer.
Man.
No words. No words. No words. It's just no words. When Charles showed me that flyer this morning, I said, you know what? Made our flyer look like clip art.
I mean, it was, I'm trying to tell
1997 clip art. I was so embarrassed.
Like you was in
the, so fast.
Like I was in the paint section of the of goddamn windows, yo. Like I'm sitting there.
No, the 97 version. Like
yes.
I'm so embarrassed. So
I'm going back in the lab. Yeah. I'm going back in the lab. I'm going back in the lab.
Teach me thy ways, sis.
Huh?
We struggling. I'm not proud of that flyer that was
I am not proud. And I did it. I ain't proud of it.
I liked it. I thought it was great.
I liked it at first, but yeah, I'm looking at it like that.
And I said, well, this look a little remedial.
I'm deleting that shit tonight.
Yeah. Ryan.
Yes,
really?
yes. She is a graphic designer. Yes, she is.
Let me come a little closer to the camera. Do tell.
We can give you a good charcuterie board.
Yes.
She's a wonderful hostess with the mostest, honey. I tell you.
Ooh, you know what?
Be a guest on the show. Be a guest on the show. So, y'all, we are back. It's a new season. It's a new day. A fresh anointing is coming your way on Thursdays. So, if you want to be a guest on our show, inbox the page. Be a guest on the show.
Come on.
Look, here is no holds barred. We do not censor you because your views are your views. So just come on, have a good time with us. We have a really fun season coming up. I'm so excited to be back. I missed you all so much. You can add me on Instagram at Professor DU. You can add me on Facebook, Brittany Beverly. I would love to have you all be my friends in real life.
That's it. Yeah, now's the time and get the what?
Anthony, you can come back.
Yes, Brandy. Yes. You and I had this conversation.
Ooh, Brandy, yes.
It's time, Brandy.
It's
Brandy,
time.
it's time. Uh-oh. Here we go.
It's time.
Brandy, it's time.
Period.
Inbox us. Yes. We're gonna hook that show up. Yes. Anthony, you can come back on the show. You are my favorite guest co-host, I must admit.
Facts on facts. All right, so here's the part of the show where we give the spotlight.
Yep.
I don't think don't go. No. Tell the world what you got going on in your life.
Ooh.
People, what you got. Talk to them. Where to follow you at, where to hang out with you.
Hey, family, listen. I'm a low-key wife, mother, encourager, prayer warriors, the God-loving queen. I love Jesus. So listen, if you want to follow me, I have 2 pages on IG, Growing in Life and Love, DeeDee. If you are in the cigar world, hey family, I am Sister of the Leaf _ Lady D. I'm a cyclist. I do a little bit of everything. But if you need everything, conversation and time, I'm your girl. If you want to talk about cigars, I'm your girl. So I kind of give the best of both worlds, but staying strong on my faith and loving my husband and children. Come on in, Professor.
Hey, y'all. Hey. All right.
Well, and a singer. Thank you, Anthony.
And she sings.
Oh, yes, she sings.
Shh. That's not for everybody. Let's see. What do I have going on? Yes. Follow me at Professor Charles _DU on IG. Coming soon, very soon, a new podcast is coming out. Yes, indeed, with your favorite co-host, your favorite guest co-host. Yes, I don't know, Anthony, do I got the go ahead to give up the name yet, or no? Let me know quickly.
Or he can come on. Can he come on?
Oh, absolutely, he's gonna come on.
Yeah, come on.
So the Husband's Lounge podcast is coming soon to your audio.
The Husband's Lounge. Okay.
Your podcast from. Listen, this is going to be an amazing podcast. No, it's not going to be exclusively for husbands, but it's going to be catered to husbands because we are iron sharpening iron, and we all need that space. There's enough space where there's too much division, there's too much hate, there's too much discord. This is going to be a space that is going to be spiritually uplifting, mentally uplifting, and emotionally uplifting. So yes, I'm excited. Anthony, he started off as a client. I was helping him, develop it, but he saw fit to add me, to being one of the co-hosts of the podcast, and I'm so excited. I'm so honored, So yes, that is coming up very, very, very soon. So no, I'm not leaving Dating University. I'm going to do both. Also, yes, I know y'all been hearing me talk about this media group for the longest time, but God, I am waiting for a sign. So yes, once that comes, that is on the way. I'm still doing podcast consultations, so please hit me up if you got something you want to say. You feel like you got a little niche. You feel like you got something that's a nugget that's just sitting. Hit me up. I got you. I'm gonna walk you through everything. I'm not gonna let you slide. I'm gonna give you all the pitfalls that I went through that I was just like, I had no guidance. I got you. So other than that, I am good. Professor Britton, what you got here?
Do not forget to buy our merchandise. I've been sipping out of our own mug. Charles has put so much creativity into our merchandise. So let's show him that we support him by buying it. I mean, you're supporting me too, but
yes.
I submerged. We're looking forward to the upcoming season. Thank you all for watching. We are so thankful for you all. What do I have going on? I'm just living, laughing, and loving. That's all I got for today.
Amen. Amen. And sometimes that's enough.
That's enough. That's enough.
As long as we are happy, as long as we're healthy, as long as we are good. So, with that being said, my Eagles are playing right now. We got to get up out of here because it's football season, baby.
Y'all give it up again for the Pratts. Put some claps in the comments. Put some hand claps in the comments. Thank you guys for chilling with me tonight. Thank you for answering my questions and just having a good time with me. I love you both tremendously.
I can go back.
Congratulations to many, 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 many years of life, laugh, and love. You know what, DeeDee, you came on. We good. We good, sis.
Yes, you good.
Until the next show when I ask you. Until the next. Until the next topic.
Right.
You're the first lady now. So with the first lady comes more responsibility.
This is true. I need you to run my social media, yo. Right. Something to talk about. All right, y'all. We love y'all so much.
We love y'all so much. Again.
We'll see y'all next week.
Next week.
Same bad time, same bad channel. Holla.
Bye, y'all.